Coming up on Hawk TV, we take a look at a competitive gaming club,
a teacher who had a near-death experience,
and a unique opportunity for the band program.
Good morning, Hebron High School. I'm Rahim Irfan.
And I'm Alat Woldu.
And this is Hawk TV for Friday, September 24th.
With crowd capacity limits and other restrictions removed, Ruckus and Rowdy has come back together again. Reagan Mitchell gives a closer look into the club this year.
Ruckus and Rowdy sponsor Jennifer Russell says the purpose of the club is to create a fun and exciting experience for all students.
Ruckus and Rowdy really is the senior section of our student section at our sporting events. We try to make it out to other events as well, but sometimes we can't be as loud as, the kids love to cheer and to be loud and to bring noisemakers.
Senior Khalees Armstrong, who is an upcoming student leader of Ruckus and Rowdy, says despite COVID, one of her goals is to inspire and encourage school spirit.
I want to make sure everyone is having a good school year, even coming out of COVID. I know it's pretty hard trying to get everyone back into school spirit, but I just want to encourage school spirit again to where everyone enjoys participating.
Russell and Ruckus and Rowdy member Emily Egger says they are hopeful that the club's return will help make for a more normal school year.
Such a big part of being in Ruckus and Rowdy is coming together and just being together for the whole game and getting loud. And so, we couldn't do any of that last year.
It was not, we didn't have football games in the same way, and I just I don't know, it's gonna bring back the normal high school experience.
Russell encouraged students to participate in the club, even if they do not feel comfortable attending sporting events.
En masse, come out and support, or if you don't want to be in the crowd, you can still come, you can still participate, make your jeans, wear your jeans on Fridays, wear your shirt, you can still participate even if you don't want to be in close contact with someone.
Armstrong says her senior year has been positively impacted by being a leader. It has made her year feel more like it has purpose by being part of bringing back Ruckus and Rowdy this year.
These past couple years, we haven't really had a good Ruckus and Rowdy crowd just because of COVID. And this year, having a good Ruckus and Rowdy leadership and group has made it more exciting for me to be here, and it's made my senior year more worthwhile.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Reagan Mitchell.
Thanks, Reagan. Ruckus and Rowdy will be at the game tonight.
The summer of 2020 was a tumultuous time for everyone, as the pandemic really started to make an impact in America. But for food science teacher Catherine Carricker, that summer provided more obstacles than just COVID. Alat Woldu takes a look into an experience that changed Carricker's life forever.
On July 26, 2020, food science teacher Catherine Carricker was admitted to the hospital and diagnosed with pulmonary embolism, a severe condition in which a blood clot develops and travels to a lung artery where it suddenly blocks blood flow. After a few days of not feeling well, Catherine woke up and knew something was wrong and notified her husband.
And she texted me and said, I think I'm dying, which is pretty jarring to hear your wife say. So I went into the next room and saw her, and she was ash gray, cigarette ash kind of gray. And so I tried to stay as calm as possible, just to not, add to her stress. Yeah, she looked really bad. She was huffing and puffing like she just ran a marathon. So we got her in the car, and I drove probably about 95 miles an hour down Bush to get to the hospital.
Immediately after being diagnosed, surgery was needed in order to give Catherine a chance of survival. Catherine says there were complications afterwards.
They come out, they tell Cody everything went as well as can be expected, but she's not bouncing back. My vitals were really low and stuff. So they told him that I wasn't gonna make it unless they put me on life support. So he said, do whatever you have to do. I'll sign the forms later. Just save her.
So it was a lot of trying as hard as I could not to think about the worst possible thing that could happen. but no matter what you do, the negative stuff's going to creep in. So it was more me just battling myself to stay positive and hopeful.
While Catherine was sedated and unconscious for the next 5 days, coworker and friend Jen Russell kept in contact with Cody. Russell describes the day she found out about Catherine's condition.
And we had talked literally the day before, and then I just saw a post the day after, and it was like it just said words like life support, and this had happened, and I was like, wait, what? And so I had to DM him, and I was like, wait, okay, I know that this is hard, explain, what can I do? What happened? So I was like, that's my bestie, what's going on?
Everybody just sent gift cards, and it was so, the amount of support that I got from teachers that I've just said hi to in the copy room, that I didn't have a really close relationship with, was amazing. I would say there were 50 cards and gift cards for food. We didn't have to worry about food for 3 months.
Due to being on blood thinners for the rest of her life, Catherine is no longer able to carry children because it could potentially be life-threatening. Catherine says she worries that Cody and her won't be enough someday when he does want kids, but Cody feels otherwise.
It's enough for me, but I worry that someday he'll be I really want kids, and I can't give him that.
People have a tendency to have doubts, even if there's not a reason to. You'll doubt how someone feels about you, what they think about you, anything. And I think it showed her most of all, and me too, that she's everything that I have.
After making a full recovery, including physical therapy, Catherine says this experience shaped her in aspects of her daily life.
When you have a near-death experience, and in the middle of a pandemic, it was crazy. And I've had some health stuff in the past, but nothing like this. And it just it changes your perspective about things. And there's just stuff that I'm I don't have time for that anymore. Life is too short.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Malat Woldu.
Thanks, Malat. Carricker continues to teach and provide her students with the education they need despite what happened.
Have you ever wondered what it was like to be a member of the Hebron Band or the Silver Wings?
We followed members of both organizations around to see their preparation for the upcoming football game.
Hi guys, my name is Jada Williams, and I'm one of the... Hi guys, my name is Jada Williams, and I'm one of the drum majors here at Hebron High School, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on a day in the life of our rehearsals.
Hey guys, I'm Marini.
I'm Cammy.
And we're both seniors on Silver Wings, and we're going to show you our locker room.
Let's go! Now, let's head into the band hall. This is the home of all of us band kids, and this is mi casa.
This is the senior and officer side of the locker room.
Nice.
Here's my locker, lots of fun pictures and so much Hebron spirit. Here's Cammy's locker. It's a little bit lacking the spirit, but it's okay. This is where we get ready after practice every day, and we get ready here for game days. We play music, we get hyped up. It's so fun.
A little background on our show. So this year our show is called Pinstriped, and it's a very, very fun but difficult and challenging show. So right now we're outside, and this is our warm-up fundamental block. And the most important thing when we're out here, we have to put on sunscreen. So let me quickly put on some sunscreen.
This is what it looks like an average day at Silver Wings. Very chaotic. It's Leah's birthday today.
I think the ballet's actually my favorite part of the show. It's so beautiful. When I'm up there conducting, I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I want to cry. It's so pretty.
This morning we got here, the officers had a meeting about dance clinic, and then after the officer meeting was over, we went to go stretch and warm up.
So we have two uniforms, grays and blues, but for my blues, they're actually just plain black. This is the bibbers. kind of like overalls, very fashionable. You gotta love it. There's no way you can't love it. So this is the jacket on. Now a special piece that I need to put on. The rest of the band wears black gloves, but because I'm conducting up on a podium, I have to wear white gloves so the band can see my hands better.
Every dance we have, we usually clean it. So we have stations where certain officers are, and we clean each sections. And like every 10-15 minutes, we switch around until we have like all the groups done.
Too good, you're on video.
Let's do this one more time. Pull out as hard as you can.
Yeah!
You ready?
Alrighty guys, so that was a day in the life of how I get ready for a football game as well as a competition. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please come out and support us today as well as the football team. And thank you again. Please enjoy.
The Silver Wings and band will both perform at the second football game of the season tonight.
A few weeks ago, a group of band students shot a commercial with Spectrum Mobile. Chance Disney takes a look into how it happened.
At the beginning of the school year, director Andy Seeley and the Hebron Band were given the chance to do a commercial with Spectrum Mobile.
Well, actually, I was really pleased and really excited by the opportunity. You know, we didn't think in COVID conditions that the school district might not let us do the commercial. We were going to have to miss a day of school to do the commercial. It was a really awesome opportunity for our kids and an awesome opportunity just as a, you know, as a little fundraising venture.
Senior and drumline player Hayden Schroeder was tabbed to be in the commercial.
After a rehearsal one day, Mr. Seeley called all the leaders to a meeting, and I thought he was just going to say something like, oh, we need to work on all this stuff with our sections, but he was like, how would y'all like to be in a commercial? And we were all like, whoa, that's crazy. And we talked about it, we got in the commercial, it was a lot of fun.
To Seeley's surprise, Spectrum contacted the band to do the commercial.
Referring to the opportunity for the commercial, we were actually contacted, outreach through our website and through a parent that had heard that they were looking for this. So the production company, which was out of California, reached out to me via our website and through this parent to try to initiate contact.
Senior Andy San Luis's hopes are high for the commercial as it begins to air.
I haven't seen it. I want to say that it turned out good because it was done professionally. I'm interested to see what they do because we only had like 20 band kids and they basically had us like changing around positions so it looked like we had 100 kids. So it'll definitely be very interesting to see how they edit everything, but I think it'll turn out nice.
The commercial opened the unique opportunity to the band to learn what it was like on a set and how commercials come to be.
But it was super interesting to watch all of the background activity. In fact, as you know, as a news production team, as a media production team like you guys are, that would have been really enlightening to see all of that stuff going on in the background and all of the editing going on and all of the commentary from the booth versus what the director's doing versus what the all the stagehands. It was incredibly interesting to watch all of the background stuff all the time.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Chance Disney.
Thanks, Chance. The commercial will air soon on TV, so keep an eye out.
After getting off the ground last school year, the Esports Club is taking off with the intention of piloting a class this spring. Lily Walters takes a look into what the club is about.
With the COVID pandemic on the rise last year, the Esports Club stayed on a low. But since things are running more smoothly this year, Hebron is back on track as the first LASD school to host competitive gaming.
And then it was just a kid last year who messaged me and said, hey, do you think we could start a club? And I said, heck yeah. And so we just started rolling with it. And now this year, open it up to, everyone, since, everyone's back at school. 240 people and counting is what we're enrolled right now.
Vice President Jackson Halverson says after being put on the back burner, we are the first school indoors in trying to get the ball rolling for competitive gaming again.
Definitely a lot of people looking at it and a lot of eyes looking at Hebron because we are the guinea pig for it. So the potential for esports at the high school level is tremendous.
In the club, Gorham says people can win cash prizes for winning a variety of games, not just classic competitive ones.
You got a lot of people who want to just play like 2K and Madden and games that they didn't think, would have a huge following in terms of the competitive side of things, and yet there's so many opportunities for kids to compete.
The return of many students and departure of last year's officers gave senior Rachel Coe an opportunity to take the role as the new president.
And all the seniors last year left, and so there's only a few of us, and I thought that maybe I should step up because I know a lot about the esports team.
Esports serves as an opportunity for students with similar interests to compete with each other, and the group is hopeful for a bright future throughout the school and district.
Being able to get other LISD schools like the Colony and stuff to join in, create their own club, get their own people, that way we can do LISD tournaments and stuff, and it would be just like football or anything, competing against other schools. That would be the goal.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Lily Walters.
Thanks, Lily. If you're interested in the Esports Club or would like to join, email Mr. Gorham at gorhamj@lisd.net.
After winning state in the spring, the girls' golf team begins a new season with a new head coach. Isabella Garcia takes a look at the team.
In his first year at Hebron, head coach Jeff Fields lists his intentions and goals in order to take the team forward in his debut season.
To me, it's just trying to develop the kids even more, seeing how much more we can improve. And the kids all have great attitudes and they work really hard, and I think it's going to be a really, really fun situation.
With 4 out of 5 returning from last season's state championship team, senior Samantha Strait says it will be competitive to make it into the top 5 team for district.
I hope to make it to districts and regionals and state, be a part of the team, because there's 9 of us trying to fight for top 5, and it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge.
In her last year on the team, senior Simran Shaw says that she'll miss a great bond that she developed with her teammates.
I think just our atmosphere and our attitudes towards everything. Everyone's just so friendly with each other, and we always have a positive attitude about everything. Even if we play bad, it's just no one's upset or sulking or anything.
Fields and Strait say that golf is a very challenging sport, but despite the bad days, it's best to learn from your mistakes and move forward.
That a score doesn't define your potential. As long as you give it your all and what you can control, practice a lot, play a lot, that's all you can do, and just really believe in yourself, because you can do it.
Golf is such a mental game that they're really good about I guess keeping the girls' spirits up, because there is a lot of things in golf that sometimes you're going to hit bad shots.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Isabella Garcia.
Thanks, Isabella. The girls' golf team will be heading to San Antonio on October 1st to play for the Swing for Cure Invitational.
In other sports news, the volleyball team has a game against Plano East tonight at 6:30 in the Hawk Activity Center.
And the football team has a home game against Plano East tonight at 7.
That's it for today's episode. I'm Rahim Irfan.
And I'm Malal Oldu. Have any story suggestions? Emails down below.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram.